Why do you think people overcomplicate and make money this really big, spiritual, overwhelming, elusive thing? Is it because it's just never talked about, or what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's 100% it. I think it's not openly talked about, realistically. And I think you're absolutely right. We just are not educated on it for a very long time, because up until, I would say, 200 years ago, it wasn't necessarily as fluid as it is right now. And your biggest concern wasn't money. Your biggest concern was living. So now living is easy. Like, you can live, like, you're going to live for a while. And now you just have to solve the money problem. And if you solve the money problem, you can live longer.
Ooh, I like it. That's good. It's really not as complicated. That, I think, was my biggest awakening from going from where, completely broke, living in my car, and just, I had it in my head that no matter what, I couldn't make more than $2,000 a month. Like, that was the cap. Doesn't matter how hard I worked, how many jobs I worked, I wouldn't make more than $2,000 a month. And my realization, it was just that it's not that difficult. You just have to learn the pieces and put them together. Stop being emotional about it. Let's put the pieces together. And that's what I love about your money grows on trees concept, which is it's just not that hard, right?
Exactly. I mean, when I was 7 or so, when I was 6 years old, that was the income, the resources, the skills that I had. I just kind of naturally blended it all together to make money to buy shares of Apple because of the movie Forrest Gump. It was like, yeah, well, Forrest is doing it. I want to do it because he doesn't have to worry about money anymore. Really? And I don't want to have to worry about money anymore. So I went and picked blackberries and sold them door to door. Right. And that was my natural gift, is I've never really been afraid of rejection. So I will go and ask questions, talk to people. I don't really care.
That's an amazing gift.
I'll go and do that. So selling the blackberries, $1 a bag, undercutting the supermarkets was not a bad idea. And plus, I'm 6 years old, no shirt, no shoes, and jean shorts. Like, I'm going to close you.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
The big realization around age 20, and unfortunately it took me that long to get this math down, but one of the realizations as it applies to the stock market is, if you buy 1,000 shares of anything and it goes up $1, you will make $1,000. That math just, it almost scares people, because they're like, well, wait a minute, what if it goes down? It's like, yeah, absolutely. So if it goes down 50 cents or goes up $2, like, you have a risk and then you have a reward. It's true math. Like, it works all the time, forever. It's incredible, because there's a lot of stocks right now. You're in some of this. Norwegian Cruise Lines went from $10 to $17 in the last 2 weeks. So my question to a lot of people is, all right, so Norwegian at 10, could it go to 0? Absolutely. Like, for sure it could. Rare chance, but it's possible. Like, sure, anything can happen in the stock market. But Norwegian Cruise Lines, it's a good company. I like them. You like them. You've probably been on a cruise. I've been on a cruise with them. I think they're fun. I'm going to go again when I get the opportunity. Therefore, buying them at 10, if I go, all right, worst case scenario, I'll buy 1,000 shares. It goes to 0, I'm out 10 grand. Not being afraid of that risk, because it's calculated and planned, is what most people do not do. Most people go, yeah, I think I want to do it, but I don't know how much or why. And so they just kind of go in. But most humans need certainty. So if you can create certainty with a plan, with some numbers, with some math and some metrics, and you go, yep, the chances of it going to 0 is probably 2%, at least in the next month. And I buy 1,000 shares, spend $10,000, and now it's worth $1,750. You made $7,500 in 2.5 weeks. Yeah, that's cool.